Welcome to the House on the Hill Property Renovation Makeover Spain. Here's a glance of how the property was when I first purchased it. And be prepared, it gets worse before it gets better. Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I'm going to show you more detailed little bits that's going on now because I'm in the house, I've got more time, I'm less stressed. Now, how stupid am I? I had a toilet flush delivered for upstairs. And then what happened today? Another one came. Same colour, different shop, different style. I ordered it twice. The same thing. I just can't even remember doing it. My head's one place, I'm doing one thing, I'm thinking about another. Nightmare. Anyway, you can see that the worktops are in. We're not fully fitted. That side is, this side still needs tweaking. Now, wait till you see my accent colour in the dining living area. You may be shocked. Now for the piece de resistance. A masterpiece that a friend of mine has created for me. So I visited him for a cuppa. I said, I love all the old doors, love looking in his workshop. Showed me all the old doors that he's got stored that he doesn't know what he's going to do with them. I said, can you make me a table out of one of those? And this is the result. Now, you will see it finished later on in the video. In fact, you won't only see it finished, you will see my friends dining at it. So this friend is doing up an old finca, a very interesting. He's retired now, but he was a fantastic builder when he was working, and he does some amazing work. He's very fussy with how he works with wood, so he sands it to perfection and treats it well to prevent insects eating into it, and then of course waxes or varnishes it as required. I've decided on shelves here now, but in a certain style. I'll show you a picture. And I'm also thinking about painting this wall, maybe of shades of brown, rustic shades of brown. I was in here last night thinking, it's just not quite right yet. Obviously, it's got to evolve. Had a little look on the internet and looked at a room with a lot of dark brown and black. Yes, black. And I thought, that's it. That's what it needs. It's a case of where to put it and not overdo it. So I'm thinking of, I've been and bought the paint this morning, painting this archway in black. How brave is that? Do you dare me? Just been outside to get this, and don't you love it when you've got a brand new roller? Life's too short to clean paint rollers, but I've just been outside in the rain to grab this, and I realise painting for the day is a good move, because I do not want to be out there in that weather. Now, I did sand the walls to a certain extent, my standards, not professional painter standards, that's for sure. But you know, if I wait for perfection, try to perfect everything, I'm just not going to get anywhere, especially as I have to do it myself to try and save a little bit because the budget's gone crazy. I've done quite a brave thing recently. When I was skiing in January, I skied the Swiss wall in France. It's on the border of France and Switzerland. Takes you from France into Switzerland, and it's apparently one of the top 10 most difficult ski runs in Europe. This takes more guts than that.
This last year.
Yeah, so that was me and my nephew Nathan just after he fell on the Swiss wall. It was quite traumatic. So yeah, brave decision painting the walls black from cream because it's very hard to go back without doing numerous coats. But I think I need to do that to create the impact that I want. The original plan was only to paint this archway. Then I decided to do the opposite archway surrounding the window. So it's going to like frame the view almost. And I'm going to do even more. So the last part of black I'm painting, I promise, is probably in between the beams in the TV room. I know you're thinking, Leslie, what you're doing. Trust me. Here my vision is starting to come together. The black needs natural wood with it to soften the look. And the table is a little bit awkward because you see some of the studs where you would put your plate. So I've got a very difficult decision to make, whether to put glass on top of it, remove some of the studs, or eat from a wobbly plate. Yeah, the door probably could do with, or the door slash table could do with being a little bit bigger. So maybe in the future I'll use it in my outdoor areas and then sweet talk Andy into sourcing another door to make me a slightly bigger table for here. But I love it. And we christened it very well. Myself, Karen, Lucy, Alicia, and Cielo. We managed to easily place our tappers and wine between the studs.
So yeah, I need to definitely make the house more rustic because it's too modern at the minute for what I want. So the little changes that I'm going to do here, I already had this wooden brackets, so I've put a shelf up, but I want what I call a wavy edge shelf. So rustic wood on there, which I'll change that quite soon, I think. The worktops, I actually ended up getting a really cheap option from IKEA. They were, I think, €80 per worktop, and I had to get 4 in total to avoid having too many joints. Could have done it with 3, but it meant I would have had 2 joints instead of 1 here. Now, can you actually see where the joint is? It's really hard. They've done it so well. Here it is. Hardly visible at all. And I need to get a splashback or get the whole section tiled. So at the minute, I've put a piece of cardboard there to protect the wall. Let's hope we don't get any peacock feathers in our food as well. On the last video, we had holes in the ceiling and couldn't work out how the lights were going to be fitted. But they're in now, so the builders filled the holes in, and I've got 3 spotlights, which are great because I can just angle them on the areas that I want to. I've kept them angled mostly at that side to be bright while I'm cooking. This side's more lit by the 2 orangey, warm light here, so when I get up in the morning and make my coffee, I can do it half asleep with a nice low dim light.
Now to the master bedroom that I'm not yet sleeping in because I wanted to prepare it first. I'm sanding it and then I'm going to use a primer on it on the bits that have been plastered and then paint with brown lime wash paint.
Now there has been a humidity problem in the bathroom. With all of the wet plaster and the weather the way it's been, haven't been able to open the windows because it's just been teeming it down with rain the whole time, as you've probably seen on the news. So haven't been able to air it off very well, so there's been some mould forming and on this wood. Now I am getting this taken back out. It's been put in quickly so I can use it and get organised, but it's getting taken back out, taken to a workshop to be sanded down and prepared properly. But I have my cousin Craig and his husband Tim coming tomorrow, and I'm wanting to make it look half decent so they're not cringing. So I'm just giving it a little sand myself because it's got some mould in it. Ugh. So hopefully I can get it into a decent condition. The day that I use the bath officially for the first time is going to be a big celebratory occasion. I could use it now if I wanted to, but I want to wait until the bathroom's perfect. I've got the right lighting, put some candles on, some music, have a glass of wine. I want it all perfect to enjoy it. And hopefully the weather will be decent and I'll do it with the window wide open, looking up at the olive trees. And I'm looking forward to using these as well that my sister Jamie bought me. So they are, what flavour? Ginger, lime and basil leaf. That'll be nice, with a nice gin and tonic, or a glass of wine, or both.